Cup
in Sydney. Let's see if he can win the first here at Caulfield. 7 ahead of 5, 1 and 3.
Okay, Alf, thank you. Yes, Alf is tipping one of these to win the first.
Shackled Rose goes in. Brett Preble on board. Started going to the platform now. They're just about ready. Moving up, Dancing Court on the outside, and last up will be Astro Dame. Track is rated as good, 4.73 the Penno. Rail is out 9 metres. And the 8 runners are locked in for the first. And they're off. And Capacity began awkwardly in the middle of the line, and Tycoon Zoe and the Lime Cutters was slow to move. And away very quickly is Dancing Court in the early part, with Full Bloom pushing up in the centre, and it goes to the lead. It's Full Bloom in front. From in second placing now, Little Doots and the Blue Cutters, who goes up on the rail. Capacity gets up into third placing, and then Dancing Court, who's gone back to fourth. Laura's Charm getting up on the inside, and they were followed then by Shackled Rose and the Green Cutters. 2 to Astro Dame, who settled second last, and last of all Tycoon Zoe. Up towards the turn past the 600 metres now, and Little Doots had got up on the inside and leads from Full Bloom. Capacity is third. Laura's Charm a length and a half away. Shackled Rose running fifth, coming around the home turn, and then Dancing Court, who's under pressure, followed by Tycoon Zoe and Astra Dame. Into the straight they race now, and Capacity 3 or 4 away from the rails has raced up to join the leaders Full Bloom, and on the inside fighting back is Little Doots, and Laura's Charm's getting a split now and is coming home, and then Shackled Rose and Astro Dame. Laura's Charm on one rein, hanging in badly, but she sprinted up and has gone to the lead from Little Doots, and Astro Dame flies home, but Laura's Charm wins again. Astro Dame runs second, 2 lengths away, and third is Little Doots. Then came Full Bloom, followed by Shackled Rose. Capacity back behind them to finish was Tycoon Zoe, and dropping out last is Dancing Court. Winning form's good form. Greg Childs had a bit of a troubled ride. Even though she had the one-eyed blinker applied today, she still wanted to lay in. But when she let down, she can sprint hard. And she just, after a soft run just off the pace, claimed them inside the 200 and shot away to win easily. Victory for number 1, Laura's Charm. Greg Childs first, trained by Ray Lawson. She went up to 58 kilos today, but she's been too good. Astro Dame running second. She was placed behind her on the Lakeside track last time out. Again, fills a placing behind Laura's Charm. And third going to 5, Little Doots. Stephen Baster showed plenty of speed before wilting in the last little bit. Fourth home, number 8, Full Bloom. Numbers are 1, 2, 5 and 8. It's run fourth, and fifth then goes to 3, Capacity. Didn't have a lot go at Sway Capacity, and wilted after running deep at the home turn. Laura's Charm for Greg Childs makes it 2 wins from 4 outings, been placed second in the other 2. So she's been very consistent, and so often winning form is ignored, isn't it? Looking for things to be beaten by it, but she's just produced another sterling performance in getting home here, and a good ride by Greg Childs. Dividends, Laura's Charm paid $6 for the win, $1.80 for the place. Astro Dame $1.50, and Little Doots paid $2.40. $6 and $1.80 the winner, $1.50 second, $2.40 third. Quinella $9.20. The exacta $26.10, and the trifecta $157.50. Certainly not a lot of her, and to win with the 58 after doing a couple of things wrong in the straight has been a fine performance. Okay, 1, 2, 5, 8 and 3, race number 1. Second event today, the Even Stevens handicap. They all start blinkers again for number 1, Yakama, the tongue tie on 2 Majestic Avenue. For race 2, it's due at 2 minutes.
It's got a good acceleration when you've sort of got a nice even run through the race on her. But the day one on her here at Doomben over a mile, we drew the outside element, went to the lead that day, and she looked a little bit one pace that day. It was only because she had to do a bit of work.
Favourite Manawa King. 4 from the inside. Where they go, he jumped well, so did Let's Get Pickled. Yakama a little slow to move out of the stalls. Away quickly on the outside is Our Spur and Mr. Selby as they settled into stride. Coming down to the post the first time now. Let's Get Pickled on the inside. Going on Mr. Selby deep to join it. Our Spur just easing back behind them third. Rhone Valley the inside 4. They're trailed then by Winkler, a length and a half or 2 to Our Bahari. Majestic Avenue around him, and then came Manawa King. Yakama settled second last, and last Rata. Mr. Selby the leader out towards the 1800 metres now by 2 lengths. Let's Get Pickled holding down second, and then came Our Spur third. Rhone Valley on the inside fourth. Winkler is next on the outside with cover, followed by Our Bahari. 1.5 Majestic Avenue, and then Karma on the inside, followed by Manawa King, and about 3 lengths to Rata. As they made their way up the side of the course now, near to the 1,600 metres, and out in front is Mr. Selby by a length and 3/4. Let's Get Pickled as second, Rhone Valley is third, Our Spur is fourth on the outside with the white cap. Winkler followed it, Our Bahari the rail. 1 Majestic Avenue trailed by Yakama on the inside, and then Manawa King and 2 lengths to Rata. They've climbed the hill near the back of the track now and about 1,200 metres before them. Mr. Selby's run it along at a nice tempo. He's out by a length. Let's Get Pickled. In third placing, Rhone Valley, followed by Our Spur, 2 lengths away fourth, and 1 behind it at stablemate Our Bahari. Then Winkler a touch worse in midfield, followed by Majestic Avenue, Manawa King, who's gone back to third last at the 1,000. Then Yakama, and last of all is Rata. They're about to go to the railway side. Mr. Selby leading from Let's Get Pickled, 3 lengths away, Rhone Valley. 2.5 lengths further back, then came taking closer order, Winkler 3 deep round the outside of Our Bahari and Our Spur. Then Manawa King starting a run from Majestic Avenue, who's under pressure, and the last 2 are Rata and Yakama. Mr. Selby had the lead at the 600 from Let's Get Pickled, Rhone Valley. Winkler wide out. Our Bahari getting up on the inside but pocketed at the moment, and Manawa King comes with a run, followed by Our Spur. And as they came towards the turn, Yakama pulls out and is coming deep. Rata's dropped out last again. Majestic Avenue ahead of it. Mr. Selby has the lead coming around the home turn. He leads by about a length and a half here from Our Bahari up on the inside behind him. Let's Get Pickled coming after the leader. Manawa King looked to be a bit too far back. 150 to go now. Let's Get Pickled levelling up with Mr. Selby. Let's Get Pickled put the head in front. Winkler comes with a run down the outside, but Let's Get Pickled is clear, and for Dean Yendel it's Let's Get Pickled winning it from Winkler second. Great photo third. Wide out is Yakama. Our Bahari is there. Manawa King battled away, and Mr. Selby's over on the rails. Then a break to Majestic Avenue, Our Spur, Rhone Valley, and Rata is a distant last. Let's Get Pickled has won again, following on from his victory under the lights at Moonee Valley a couple of weeks ago in a 1MW. He sat on the pace all of the way here and ground out a solid victory in the run home for Dean Yendel, trained at Hamilton by Barbara Marshman. 7 the winner. Let's Get Pickled will pay $12.60 and $2.80. Second placing goes to 3 Winkler. Blake Shin will pay $2.70. And a brilliant photo for third has been won by number 4, Our Bahari, ridden by Peter Merton. 7, 3 and 4 the official placings. There was a line of 4 horses for that minor end. Yakama just missing out along with Manawa King and Mr. Selby, who'd done the work in front. 7, 3 and 4 are official. 7, 3, 4. Let's Get Pickled first. Winkler second, and Our Bahari in third place. He's handled the step up in grade terrifically well. Flying at the moment, this horse. Let's Get Pickled for Barbara Marshman and Dean Yendel, who's enjoying a good run of form as well. Third on the card, the Capella and handicap for the 3-year-old fillies. Steve Baster will ride number 2, Portland Damask, race 3 from Caulfield at 1:42.
All right, Greg, thank you. No first 4 just yet at Caulfield. It shouldn't be too far away. A good interview from Alf Matthews prior to that one. Dean Yendel gave the horse a good rap prior to winning the second race at 12.60 on Super Tab. All riders are up and they're about to head out for the third event. Let's return to Alf for the late mile.
Thanks, Matt. Oh, very tricky race. I've got to reward number 3, Cosmic Beam, for its consistency here. I just thought it could go forward from its gate and race in a...
Going up into the gates now, so the field nearly ready. Feather Duster will be the last to come in. Filly by End Sweep. She's got the outside gate and the Arrowfield's black and yellow colours, so they're all in now. Ready to run, 1400. Race number 3, the Capella. Off they go, and Go Ruby Go, the one that was a touch slow to move, otherwise a good dispatch with Cosmic Beam. Songs of Vienna, the first couple out. Tully Bellotto showing pace from the inside, and Rinky Dick is up there with Pretty Penny and Thor's Daughter. They settle down. It's a great charge through the first 200 or 300 metres, and Songs of Vienna now kicks around them and leads at the 1,000 by 2. Pretty Penny holds second, followed by Tully Bellotto third the inside. Cosmic Beam trapped out doing some work in fourth placing, followed then by Rinky Dink in the orange. On the outside outside of those is Thor's Daughter trapped very wide, and then Portland Damask, Star of Gretchen, a little worse in midfield on the inside, followed by Romanikov. Sky Tip about 4 deep in the light blue colours, and they're followed by Go Ruby Go, Feather Duster, and up the side of the course, last of all is Tatango. They've passed the 600. Songs of Vienna by a link to Pretty Penny. In third placing, Tully Bellotto with Rinky Dink in the middle, Cosmic Beam 3 wide, then Thor's Daughter, Portland Damask. Star of Gretchen has something to give, but she's bailed up, and then came Romanikov as they cornered, and Feather Duster into the straight. Songs of Vienna, the leader from Pretty Penny, Rinky Dink and Cosmic Beam. Star of Gretchen weaving through, and then Tully Bellotto. Songs of Vienna has a kick inside the 200. Star of Gretchen switches to the inside, Rinky Dink down the outside. Songs of Vienna tied. Star of Gretchen sprints brilliantly along the inside. Good filly this. Star of Gretchen beats Songs of Vienna by a length. Rinky Dink 3/4 away third. Feather Duster fourth. And then Tully Bellotto followed further back by Pretty Penny. And back behind them then was Go Ruby Go, Romanikov, Thor's Daughter, Tatango, Cosmic Beam weakened after a hard run. Sky Tip second last, and a bad last, Portland Damask. Number 4 is the winner, Star of Gretchen. And it's welcome back to the winner's stall in Melbourne to Eddie Wilkinson, who's been riding with success in recent years in Singapore, and in the last couple of weeks has come back to base himself in Melbourne, and that's his first win since doing so. Second placing to Songs of Vienna, ridden by Vlad Durick. She was brave doing the work in front, but she's been gunned down by a filly of immense promise. Third placing going to number 1, Rinky Dink, ridden by Blake Shin, who posied up on the pace. Finished off well. Numbers of 4, 5 and 1. And fourth in went to number 9, Feather Duster, who was forced to go back from her outside barrier, finding the line pretty well at the end of it. She's run fourth, and fifth in going to number 8, Tully Bellotto. She's possessed of a terrific acceleration at the finish of her races. That's the key to this filly. She has often got herself into horrible positions in races, and on occasion she's been able to win. We've witnessed that here today. She wasn't in the best of positions. She would have been clutching your tickets coming around the home turn, but she always had something to offer. It was just a matter of the gaps appearing for her, and when the winner came away from the inside, it left plenty of gaps along the inside. They did drift away from the rails significantly in that race, and Eddie had no worries at all. He just switched course, went through on the inside, and she found the line with great gusto. She's only lightly raced. She keeps on learning. That was her 6th outing. She's now won 3 times. Star of Gretchen paid $361.60. Songs of Vienna $3. Rinky Dink $2. Quinella $20.40. Exacta $36.80. Trifecta $119.50. The running double $74.90. Good lightweight rider, Eddie. He's going to be riding plenty of winners, I'm sure. 4, 5, 1 on race number 3.
Thank you, Greg. And her connections are eyeing off an autumn campaign in South Australia with Star of Gretchen. Very nice return today. First 4 there, 4, 5, 1 and 9, $1,431.40 in New South Wales. Welcome back to Eddie Wilkinson. Doomben's coming up, 2-year-olds over 1,200. They're heading around to the start. It's a pretty open race. Alan Thomas joins us with the latest news from the track.
Okay, betting-wise here, this is the horse they've come for. Number 4, Fleet Baron, trained by Trevor Hardy. He's only had the 2 starts, one at Coffs Harbour, one brilliantly here at Doomben. Dan Ballard claims 3, comes in a half over the minimum and a decent gate. And he's been very heavily back to win the race. If you're going on the betting, this is the one you need to be on, folks. Number 4, Fleet Baron. Public opinion's been a little bit easy in the market. We'll show you him if we can. Number 1. He, of course, ran 2 terrific races in Melbourne. That's him in the black and pink there. He won that race, didn't he, up the straight, the English 2-year-old. And then he ran a great 6th in the size. He's got 59.5 and 7 alley. He's had the trip away in 2 races and the trip back. And I think punters are a little bit wary. And he's a drifter on track. Nice horse, isn't he? By Arena, the Derby winner. So he's there. Then 3, Doonan. I thought his 2 runs have been very good. I don't mind this horse. I think he'll win a real good race one day. He's only had the 2 starts. He ran second at Eagle Farm, then he's won there. There he is, just having a look around and just half pleasing himself there, what he does. I don't mind him, and he looks okay.
Shines Glory just tapped up at the bell, leading by a neck. Racing the outside.
Again puts an end to Andrew John's season.
This is 7 News. with Ann Sanders.
Hello and welcome to 7 News. As the calls grow louder for Ian Thorpe to be given a reprieve, swimming officials have admitted there's a slim chance he could still compete in the 400 metres freestyle in Athens.
Back to the blocks today for another shot at Athens, the 200 metres. All eyes on the start. Cheering like that usually comes at the end of the race. Thorpe with the fastest time back on track after yesterday.
He went down for the start and he thought he heard a noise and he heard the wrong noise.
I couldn't believe my eyes. You know, I thought this isn't happening, and I think most people probably felt the same way.
But the team coach defends the rules and the disqualification. Thorpe returned last night to watch the 400 metres final, accepting the decision.
Disappointment. It's his pet event, an event that he's worked hard for. He's had a very good preparation, but things happen. He is only human. He's not a machine.
But others call it farcical.
I think it's more to do with rules that need to be changed, the selection criteria. He's the best in the world, so send him.
Even the Prime Minister weighing in.
You know, I'll bet they're trying to find, you know, an honourable way of handling what is atrocious bad luck and a real tragedy for the country.
The rules may have seen him disqualified, but they also leave open the chance he could still swim the 400 metres in Athens. If qualifiers Grant Hackett or Craig Stevens pull out, they can be replaced.
If there's a vacancy for